There has been a lot of discourse surrounding Street Fighter 6. Wait, there hasn't been? An overwhelming percentage of the population has high praise and can't wait for it to come out? Okay, alright. There's been a lot of discourse surrounding Street Fighter 6 and hey, what the hell? Don't play the record scratch again. I haven't even finished my sentence this time. There's more. There's been a lot of discourse surrounding Street Fighter 6 and its modern control scheme. I've done it again. What an original topic to make a video on. I am so talented and cool. Okay, but really, Street Fighter 6 has done something that I haven't seen much example for in any fighting games, and that's creating an entirely different control scheme that alters the difficulty of player execution. Let's go over this really quickly for the people who don't know exactly what's going on here. In any Street Fighter game, you have 3 punch buttons and 3 kick buttons. These can be used individually or in combination to perform certain moves in a way that many casual players will have a hard time wrapping their head around. 6 buttons? What happened to A and B? On top of this, there are also analog stick motions like the quarter circle, half circle, full circle, doubles of each of these, and then the dragon punch input, which kinda looks like a Z. This is where most casual players will get hung up, as it's difficult to learn to do these motions in a split second of time where you need to react to an opponent's attacks, especially if you've never been doing these in your whole life. So, Capcom finally decided to step in with their new entry to the Street Fighter franchise, and it doesn't seem like everybody's so keen on it. The modern control scheme. This control scheme uses only a few buttons, all with a general purpose. You now have light, medium, and heavy attack buttons, which will use a combination of punches and kicks on their own to help players focus on the match instead of which of the 6 buttons that they choose to hit. Another general purpose button would be the brand new special button. Gone are the days of destroying your control stick trying to super somebody in a match. Now you can simply press your stick towards the opponent, press your special button, and hit them with a special move. On top of this, they've even gotten rid of the need to press more than one button at the same time for things like grab, parry, or drive impact by assigning them to their own buttons. With a control scheme like this, players will likely have a much easier time getting into the game and learning combos against their friends mid-match. But that's not where it ends. You see, there's actually a button I haven't talked about yet, labeled the assist button. And while at first this made me think of games like Marvel vs. Capcom or Dragon Ball FighterZ with their multi-character teams and assist moves, it's actually much more interesting than that. This assist button, when held down, will allow you to slap light, medium, or heavy attack to your heart's content, while actually performing a combo on your opponent. Yes, that is correct. Street Fighter 6 now has auto combos, but I actually don't think that this is too out of place for today's standards. After all, Dragon Ball FighterZ actually brought in auto combos right from the jump, and that game seems to have done a decent job of making itself playable in that regard. New players can jump right into the action and see their characters do amazing things just by jamming their buttons in. I think there is something to be said about how Dragon Ball's auto combos give much less damage than player-built combos could though, because the combos you get by spamming buttons in Street Fighter 6 look like they actually hurt quite a bit. I can see a more average gamer on classic controls losing to a button spammer on modern, and it's hard to say how I feel about that, but I guess that is the crux of this entire conversation. But let me give you my verdict. It's only frustrating to lose to good combos if you get hung up on the idea that the other player, quote-unquote, didn't deserve them. Sure, they haven't put the same amount of time into the game labbing that you have, but honestly man, if they're on modern controls, it's most likely they don't have the same goals set within the game that you do. Just focus on your own control scheme and try to improve. Who cares if someone button spammed you to victory? You could have just as easily been fighting a player on classic controls that whooped the shit out of you. Would you really be more okay with it then? Or would you still be upset? You still lost because you didn't outplay the opponent, right? Moral of the story is, in my humble opinion, shut up and let people enjoy the game that they're playing. Unless some crazy optimized shit comes out that shows that modern is truly better than classic controls, I honestly don't care. Everyone has options, and you can pick to use what you like. Subscribe for more content if you like what you see, maybe leave a like if you really like the video, and I'm gonna be doing a lot of Street Fighter 6 related content, so stick around.